As you sink into this tranquility, you become acutely aware of another sensation, a subtle vibration against your skin. It's a feeling like 1,000 tiny pinpricks, so delicate, so precise. It feels like the caress of 1,000 tiny tongues. At first, it's surprising, even startling. But as you relax further into this peaceful state, you begin to understand. It's the bees. They are flying around you, visiting you as part of their sacred task of gathering nectar and pollen. And their tiny stings, normally painful reminders of their fierce protectiveness, are dulled, muted by the overwhelming peace that permeates this place. Instead of pain, you feel a peculiar tingling. It's as though the bees are blessing you with their essence, imbuing you with their energy, their vitality, their connection to the heart of the earth. The sting of the bee becomes a whisper of connection, a reminder of your shared existence, a testament to the intricate web of life that binds all living things together. Let this feeling wash over you, envelop you. Embrace the paradox of the bee's kiss, where pain and pleasure intertwine in a delicate dance. You are being marked, blessed, welcome into the sacred domain of the beekeeper and his bees. And in this moment, you realize that you have always belonged here. Now, as you continue to relax, you begin to notice another aspect of this idyllic scene. Beyond the stone wall, the garden gives way to a rolling field of the richest green, dotted with the cheerful yellow of dandelions and the shy purple of wild thyme. In the distance, you see grazing animals, their coats sleek and glossy in the afternoon light, their eyes gentle and serene. A calf nuzzles its mother, a lamb leaps playfully, a horse stands with head held high, all exuding an aura of calm and tranquility. Even the clouds overhead seem to linger longer, their shapes more vivid, their colors more vibrant than you've ever noticed before. Time itself seems to have slowed, stretched, and sweetened like the nectar the bees collect. This is a place untouched by haste, unsullied by stress. Here, every movement is fluid, every color more intense, every sound more resonant. The sky is a brilliant blue, so vast and unending it feels like a living presence, sheltering, supporting, sustaining all that lives below. The air is filled with the scent of flowering meadows, of damp earth and grazing animals. It is a scent that speaks of life, of vitality, of connection to the natural world. Even the light seems different here, softer, warmer, infused with a gentle radiance that penetrates without burning, illuminating without harsh shadows. Here in the meadow, everything hums with a quiet intensity, purposeful energy that never feels rushed, never feels frantic. The bees hum their ceaseless hymn to the flowers. The cattle graze peacefully, the lamb skips playfully. All are engaged in the dance of life, yet none are hurried, none are stressed. They exist in the present moment fully, richly, serenely. As you witness this scene, you feel a profound sense of peace settle over you. Chaotic symphony of your everyday life, the jarring notes of stress and worry, the discordant clamor of anxiety and fear all fade into a distant memory. Here, in the timeless expanse of the meadow, there is only harmony. The harmony of the bees, the gentle murmur of the wind through the grass, the placid grazing of the cattle, the carefree gambols of the lamb, the soft bleating of a goat from somewhere in the distance. It's a harmony that resonates deep within you, stirring a forgotten longing for peace, for balance, for connection. As you bathe in the tranquil ambience of the meadow, you realize that you are not merely observing this scene. You are a part of it. You feel the soft grass beneath you, the warm sun on your skin, the gentle breeze caressing your hair. You hear the melodic hum of the bees, the peaceful chewing of the cud, the distant bleating of goats. You smell the sweet fragrance of wildflowers, the earthy scent of the soil, the clean aroma of the grazing animals. Everything here, the visual panorama, the auditory symphony, the olfactory serenade, is designed not just to soothe, but to immerse you, to draw you into the very fabric of this place. And in doing so, it heals you. It mends the frayed edges of your being, smoothing the rough patches of stress, softening the hard angles of worry. You are being cradled by the meadow, nurtured by its beauty, restored by its tranquility. The scene shifts subtly. While you are still enveloped in the serene embrace of the meadow, the perspective changes slightly. You are no longer just witnessing the tranquility, you are now experiencing it firsthand. The soft blades of grass are cradling your body, conforming to its shape as though you were part of this verdant landscape. The gentle breeze, laden with the scent of wildflowers, is stroking your skin, caressing your hair. The sun's warm rays are enveloping you in a comforting blanket of heat. It's a feeling of complete connection, a sense of belonging to this place that is both profound and unsettling. As you delve deeper into this experience, you find yourself lulled by the sights and sounds of the meadow, The rhythmic munching of the cattle, the bleating of goats, the distant cawing of crows, the occasional chirp of a lone cricket all blend into a soothing lullaby. The gentle sway of grasses in the breeze, the playful dance of butterflies, the slow, deliberate crawl of a caterpillar all speak of a life lived in harmony, a life free from the frenetic pace of human concerns. The bees are still there, their perpetual hum a constant reminder of the ceaseless rhythm of nature. They fly around you, over you, sometimes even landing on you, their tiny bodies vibrating with the fervor of their industry. Yet their presence does not startle or disturb you. Their buzz is as soothing as the wind in the grasses, their touch as delicate as the kiss of a butterfly. Even the sheep with their placid gazes and soft, woolly bodies seem to embody the serenity of this place. Their wool is a testament to the passage of time, each strand a silent story of growth and change. Their eyes, gentle and knowing, hold the secrets of a life lived close to the rhythms of the earth. The very rocks and stones around you are imbued with a timeless wisdom. They have stood silently through countless seasons, witnessing the slow, steady march of time. Their rough, weathered surfaces are a tactile reminder of nature's enduring strength. Their presence is a grounding force, anchoring you to the earth in this moment of profound connection. The water feature trickles nearby, its gentle sound a soothing counterpoint to the buzz of the bees and the murmur of the wind. It's a source of life, of growth, of renewal, reflecting the endless cycle of change and constancy that defines the natural world. Its presence, like that of the rocks, is a reminder of the enduring power and beauty of simplicity. You are enveloped in the meadow, cradled by its beauty, sustained by its tranquility. And in this moment of perfect peace, you realize that you are truly home. You are connected to everything around you. You are a part of the living tapestry of the earth. You are one with the meadow. And then, just when you think this feeling of complete immersion, this sense of profound connection can't deepen, it does. The boundaries between you and the meadow dissolve entirely. You cease to be a separate entity, an observer of this idyllic scene. You become the meadow, by the swaying grasses, the fragrant wildflowers, the buzzing bees, the grazing cattle, the babbling brook. You are the very air that these creatures breathe, the sunlight that nourishes them, the soil that sustains them. You are the meadow, and the meadow is you. This is the ultimate realization of unity, the oneness of all living things. You are not in the meadow. You are the meadow. As you fully embody this truth, you discover a new level of peace, a depth of serenity you've never known before. This is not just a feeling of calmness. This is an understanding, a knowing that you are connected to everything, that you are part of something greater than yourself. This is the essence of the beekeeper's lullaby, the melody that binds all living things together, the harmony that echoes in the depths of your being. As you dwell in this state of oneness, you realize that you have always been here. You have always been a part of the meadow, of the bees, of the earth. And in this moment of perfect clarity, you know that you will always be. And then, as suddenly as it began, the experience shifts. You are still in the meadow, but now you are observing again, watching the scene unfold as though from a distance. The sun begins its slow descent, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson. Bees return to their hives, their day's work done. The cattle gather closer, seeking comfort in their numbers. The lamb, nestled against its mother, falls fast asleep. And you, standing at the edge of the meadow, feel a profound sense of peace settle over you. It's a peace that comes from knowing, from understanding your place in the grand tapestry of life. It's a peace that echoes the harmony of the meadow, the gentle rhythm of the natural world. You are filled with a deep gratitude for this experience, for the healing it has brought, for the insights it has shared. You carry this peace with you as you step away from the meadow, back into the world you knew before. And as you do, you feel stronger, more centered, more connected to the world around you. The beekeeper's lullaby has touched your soul. Its melody lingers in your heart long after the final note has faded. So you remain enveloped in the tranquil beauty of the garden, your awareness gently anchored in the present moment. Outside, the world with its myriad distractions and demands may continue its ceaseless chatter. But here in this sanctuary, there is only peace. The melody of birdsong blends seamlessly with the gentle buzz of industrious bees, creating a harmonious symphony that soothes your very core. You feel the warmth of the sun as it bathes your skin, each ray a tiny caress, while the soft breeze weaves its cool fingers through your hair, balancing the heat with a refreshing touch. Time itself slows down, losing its relentless tick-tock as you surrender to the timeless embrace of the present. Moments stretch and linger, inviting you to savor each breath, each sensation. to lose yourself in the vibrant tapestry of the garden's wonders. As you deepen your connection to this place, a profound sense of inner stillness begins to unfold within you. Distractions fade away, replaced by a clarity of focus that allows you to fully inhabit this sacred space. Your thoughts, no longer cluttered by external noise, settle into a gentle rhythm, harmonizing with the natural world that surrounds you. This state of tranquil concentration becomes your anchor, grounding you firmly in the reality of the garden and allowing you to explore its depths more fully. Amidst this tranquil scene, you find yourself captivated by the sight of the elderly monk known as Brother Thomas. His figure, a study in serenity, moves gracefully through the rows of straw steps, each step imbued with a quiet confidence, his weathered hands bearing the marks of a life lived in service. Hover gently over the hives as if in a reverent prayer. His face, etched with the wisdom of years, is a canvas of tranquility, reflecting the inner peace that radiates from his very being. The rhythmic hum of the bees fills your ears, a constant reminder of the vibrant life that throbs within these humble arbors. Their industrious energy, dedicated to their ancient craft, serves as a silent teacher, reminding you of the power of focus and unwavering commitment. Watching Brother Thomas, you realize that his relationship with these bees goes beyond mere observation. It is a bond forged through years of patient dedication, mutual respect, and an unwavering love for these magnificent creatures. As you observe the interaction between the monk and the bees, you feel a sense of awe and wonder grow within you. Their connection transcends the boundaries of species, creating a harmonious partnership that celebrates the interconnectedness of all living beings. You ponder the depth of knowledge and understanding that must have been accumulated over the countless hours Brother Thomas has spent tending to these hives. His every gesture, born out of years of experience, speaks volumes of his devotion and the intricate nuances of beekeeping. Each careful movement is a testament to the patience and respect he holds for these fragile, delicate lives entrusted to his care. You feel a sense of gratitude for Brother Thomas and his steadfast commitment to preserving the ancient craft of beekeeping. His dedication to these bees and the wisdom he has gained through his lifelong work serve as an inspiration, reminding you of the importance of honoring tradition and respecting the natural world. As the day progresses, you find yourself drawn deeper into the rhythm of the garden, the cycle of the bees, the whisper of the breeze. The changing play of light and shadow become the soundtrack of your experience. With each passing moment, you feel yourself aligning more closely with the natural rhythms that govern this world. You start to understand that this garden is more than just a collection of plants and animals. It is a living, breathing entity, a microcosm of nature that thrives on balance and interconnectedness. And you, too, are part of this ecosystem, however briefly, your presence adding a new note to the symphony of life that unfolds here. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, you bask in the warmth of its golden rays, feeling the nourishing energy infusing your being with vitality. You close your eyes, surrendering to the enveloping embrace of the sun's embrace, allowing its healing warmth to penetrate your skin and invigorate your spirit. It is a moment of pure bliss, a chance to replenish your soul and reconnect with the life-giving force that sustains us all. And when you open your eyes once more, the world bursts forth in a riot of color and beauty. The bees, now energized by the sun's embrace, buzz busily from flower to flower, their furry bodies dusted with pollen, their wings a blur of motion. The flowers themselves seem to dance in the breeze, their petals unfurling in graceful movements as they revel in the sun's adoration. The lush greenery of the garden, too, comes alive, each leaf shimmering with vibrant hues of emerald and jade. Their surface is a mosaic of light and shadow. You marvel at the exquisite details that surround you, the intricate patterns on a butterfly's wing, the delicate veins that adorn a leaf, the velvety softness of a petal. The world, once ordinary, now appears extraordinary, brimming with magic and wonder. As you continue to explore this enchanting realm, you stumble upon a clearing bathed in the soft, dappled light filtering through the trees. In the center sits Brother Thomas, his figure dwarfed by the towering beauty of a majestic oak. His hands, gnarled yet gentle, rest on the rough bark of the tree, his gaze turned towards the horizon. There is a profound stillness about him that draws you in, inviting you to share in his meditative silence. You sit down on a nearby stone, allowing the tranquility of the oak to envelop you. And as you observe Brother Thomas, you realize that this moment is more than just a pause in the day's activities. It is a communion between man and nature, a recognition of the profound wisdom and strength that these ancient trees embody. The very essence of the oak seems to flow through Brother Thomas, connecting him to the heartbeat of the forest. As you sit in the soothing presence of the ancient oak, you feel a sense of grounding and stability anchoring you to the earth. The tree's deep roots, hidden beneath the ground, serve as a reminder of the unseen forces that sustain life. Much like the vital role bees play in pollinating the flowers you have seen earlier, the oak, with its towering presence, symbolizes strength and endurance, weathering the storms of time with grace and dignity. Its rough bark, a testament to years of growth and resilience, inspires within you a sense of toughness and tenacity. You ponder the countless seasons the oak has witnessed, the changing cycles of life, death and rebirth that have unfolded beneath its protective canopy. Its longevity serves as a humbling reminder of the fleeting nature of human existence and the enduring power of the natural world. The sun begins its journey towards the horizon, casting long, lazy shadows across the garden. You rise from the stone, feeling rejuvenated by the oak's calming energy. As you turn to leave, you see Brother Thomas still standing by the tree, his silhouette framed by the golden light of the setting sun. He seems at peace, his spirit intertwined with the ancient oak, sharing in its wisdom and strength. With a newfound sense of tranquility, you continue your exploration of the garden, your heart brimming with gratitude for the gift of this sacred space. You wander through the maze of paths, each turn revealing new wonders, until you come across Brother Thomas once more. He is standing beside a hive, his gaze intent, his hands poised as if in anticipation. You pause, wondering if you have inadvertently stumbled upon a moment of intense focus, a silent dialogue between monk and bees. For in this interaction, you see not just a keeper tending to his charges, but a student deeply engaged in the ancient practice of listening to the secrets of nature. You stand there watching, not intruding, but learning. The bees, with their tireless industry, teach patience and diligence, reminding you of the power of collective effort. The hive itself, a marvel of architecture, speaks of community and cooperation, a testament to the strength that arises when individuals work together towards a common goal. You feel a sense of humility wash over you as you realize the limitations of your own knowledge. The bees, with their intricate social structure and vital role in the ecosystem, reveal the complexity and interconnectedness of life that your human mind can only comprehend in part. There is a profound mystery to their existence, a magic that lies beyond the reach of your understanding. And in acknowledging this, you open yourself up to a world of wonder and awe. The sun dips lower in the sky, painting the clouds in hues of orange and purple. It is a reminder that the day is slipping away and your time in this tranquil haven is drawing to a close. With a mix of emotions, you know that soon you will have to leave this place of peace and return to the clamor of everyday life. But you carry with you the essence of the garden, the soothing melodies of birdsong, comforting hum of busy bees, the fragrant whispers of blossoms. These memories become a solace, a retreat for your soul whenever life's chaos threatens to overwhelm you. Here we are in the heart of summer. Days stretch long and lazy, and the sun as warmth lingers on our skin like a lover's caress. The air hums with the ceaseless industry of insects, and the world is alive with buzzing energy. Yet amidst this ceaseless activity, there is a lull, a moment of stillness before the evening heat descends. It is in this quiet pause between day and night that something extraordinary is about to unfold. Something primal, something wild, something that speaks to the deepest recesses of our being. A rumble in the hive, a low, insistent murmur that grows steadily louder, rouses Brother Thomas from his meditative quiet. He turns his head towards the sound, his gaze sweeping over the hives and skipping his care until he finds the source of the disturbance. There at the far end of the garden, near the weathered stone wall that borders their domain, a small straw skep is vibrating with intensity. This is no ordinary skep. This one holds a special place in Brother Thomas's heart and in the routine of the monastery. It is known simply as the teaching skep, and within its humble walls lives a unique colony of bees. A colony he has hand-reared and nurtured since their arrival as a mere handful of grumbling larvae. These are not just any bees. They are the descendants of the original colony brought to the monastery all those years ago by Brother Elias, the man who sparked the monastic apiary. They are the keepers of ancient bloodlines, the living embodiment of tradition and continuity. As Brother Thomas watches, the vibrations from the teaching skep grow increasingly urgent, reaching a fever pitch that can be felt deep in his chest, resonating with the steady beat of his own heart. He knows instinctively what this means. It is a primal, almost telepathic summons, a call to action that echoes the ancient rhythms of the natural world. Without hesitation, without a word spoken, Brother Thomas rises from his peaceful reverie and begins to move. His steps are sure, his gait purposeful as he strides towards the agitated skep. In his hands he carries not tools of war or conquest, but the simple implements of his trade. Metal dish and a heavy brass ladle, objects so mundane they seem almost insignificant against the backdrop of the impending event. Yet in the hands of the experienced apurist, these become instruments of power, focus, and control. Reaching the teaching skep, he does not rush, he does not panic. He stands there, a figure of profound patience, the metal dish and brass ladle held loosely in his hands. The air itself seems to be holding its breath. The energized drumming from the skep is the only sound that matters. Vibration you can feel in the soles of your feet, in the very marrow of your bones. It is the sound of thousands of hearts beating as one, a community on the brink of a great journey. The late afternoon sun catches the dust motes dancing in the air, turning them into a glittering golden haze. The world seems poised, waiting, and then it happens. It does not begin with a sudden explosion, but with a pouring, a flowing. A trickle of bees becomes a stream, and the stream becomes a river of dark, living gold. Spilling from the small entrance of the straw skep, the air erupts in a roar, a sound so immense it seems to swallow all other noises. But it is not a roar of anger or of fear. It is the roar of pure, unbridled life, the sound of flight, of freedom, of a new beginning. A great, swirling cloud of bees rises into the air. It is a breathtaking sight, a living galaxy of tiny bodies whirling and dancing in the warm, golden light. The swarm moves as a single entity, a dark, pulsing cloud that blots out the sun for a moment before shifting, allowing the light to stream through its ever-changing form. It drifts slowly, majestically above the garden, a testament to the powerful, ancient instincts that guide these incredible creatures. And now, Brother Thomas acts. He does not shout. He does not run. He simply lifts the metal dish and the heavy brass ladle, and with a steady, practiced hand, he begins to tap the ladle against the dish. The sound that emerges is not the harsh, frantic clanging you might expect. It is a clear, resonant, and surprisingly gentle ring. Tang, tang, tang. The sound tolls through the garden, a steady, rhythmic chime that cuts through the immense roar of the bees' wings. It is a pure, metallic note like a small, solitary bell being rung for evening prayers. Tang, tang, tang. His rhythm is slow and deliberate, like a heartbeat. Tang a pause, tang a pause, tang. And as he creates this simple, repetitive sound, you begin to understand its true purpose. This is the secret of the tanging. He is not trying to command the bees. He is not using sound to magically guide their flight or force them to land. The bees, in their swirling ecstasy, are following a will far older than any human ritual. No, this sound is for other ears. It is a message sent out on the warm air to the world beyond the monastery walls. It is an announcement. The gentle chimming sound drifts over the stone walls, across the clover meadow, and towards the small village that lies nestled in the valley below. It is a sound that any villager, any farmer working in their fields would understand immediately. The sound says, listen, a swarm of bees is in the air, but these bees are not wild. They are not lost. They have a keeper. The chimming is a declaration of ownership, a gentle claim of stewardship. It says, these precious honey makers belong to the garden of the monastery. They are cherished. Follow the sound of my chimming and you will find their shepherd watching over them. Do not attempt to claim them for yourself, for they are already under care. It is an act of community, an ancient form of communication that prevents disputes and protects the precious, fleeting swarm from being mistaken as a wild bounty. It is an act of love for its colony, ensuring their journey to a new home is safe and respected. Tang, tang, tang. Let this gentle, rhythmic sound wash over you. Let it become a new anchor for your drifting mind. Each clear, resonant note is a wave of calm, a bell of peace tolling just for you. It is a sound of purpose, of care, of gentle order amidst the wild beauty of nature. Feel the rhythm of it. Let it sync with your own slow, steady breathing. Breathing in, tang. Breathing out, tang. Brother Thomas begins to walk, his eyes fixed on the swirling cloud of bees. He follows them as they drift slowly across the garden, his chimming a constant, reassuring presence. The swarm, its initial explosive energy now calming, begins to move towards one of the ancient apple trees, its branches gnarled and heavy with the promise of young green fruit. The cloud of bees seems to be drawn to a particular branch, a low-hanging bough that reaches out like a welcoming arm. The roaring sound of their wings begins to soften as they descend, a vortex of life spiraling downwards. A few bees land on the branch, then more and more. And then, as if by a silent, shared signal, the entire swarm begins to coalesce. They gather on the branch, crawling over one another, building a living structure. They are forming a cluster, a tight, protective cone of bodies around their precious queen, who is somewhere safe in the very heart of the mass. The sight is extraordinary. What was a moment ago a chaotic, swirling cloud is now a quiet, teardrop-shaped pendant of living bees hanging peacefully from the apple bough. The immense roar fades, replaced once again by a deep, contented hum. It is a different hum than before, a quieter, more settled vibration. It is the sound of a journey paused, of a community gathered and safe. Brother Thomas stops his walking. He stands a respectful distance from the apple tree, and the rhythm of his tanging slows. Tang, tong, tong. The notes hang in the air for a moment longer before he lets his hands fall to his sides. He lowers the metal dish and the brass ladle, and silence descends upon the garden. A new kind of silence filled with the soft hum of the settled swarm and the lingering, resonant memory of the gentle bell. The bees are safe. The announcement has been made, and in the quiet aftermath of this beautiful, natural drama, a profound sense of peace settles over the garden, over the monastery, and over you. Just as the bees have settled on the branch, allow your mind to settle into an even deeper state of quiet and rest. The sky above has turned the color of ripened plums, heavy and sweet. Over in the orchard, the last of the daylight filters through the leaves, painting dancing patterns on the mossy ground below. Here in the garden, the tanging of the bell has faded into a distant memory, leaving behind an echoing stillness. Even the air feels hushed, as if the very breeze has been put to silence. And there on the gnarled apple bough, the thousands of bees cling tightly together, forming a living tapestry of buzzing quietude. Their deep, unified hum vibrates like a single note, a low, rich chord that speaks not of hurried activity, but of deep contentment and a profound sense of security. They are a family, reunited and whole, patiently awaiting the next step in their great adventure. You are here with Brother Thomas, your presence blending seamlessly with this hushed tranquility. Fading light paints everything in shades of deep purple and fiery orange, highlighting the intricate patterns on the leaves, the delicate veins of the wild carrot, and the striated wings of the last butterfly fluttering around you. There is a complete absence of urgency here. Time seems to have slowed, becoming almost imperceptible. You feel the peace of this moment seep into you, flowing through you like cool water, washing away the remnants of the day's heat, both literally and metaphorically. The excitement of the swarm has ebbed, leaving in its wake a quiet sense of resolution. All is well. Everything is exactly as it should be. The sun sinks lower still, and the light is the color of warm honey, dripping slowly, warming everything in its path. It bathes the entire garden in a gentle, ethereal glow. The shadows have grown long and soft, painting dark, peaceful shapes across the lawn. And in this sanctuary of fading light and hushed sound, you are a silent guardian alongside Brother Thomas, sharing in the simple joy of tranquil observation. He has given the bees time to settle completely, to feel secure in their chosen resting place. His patience is a lesson in itself, a quiet reminder that there is no need to rush, no need to force things. Rhythms of nature have their own perfect timing, and he is a master of flowing with them, not against them. And after a minute of comfortable silence, broken only by the far-off call of an evening bird, Brother Thomas rises slowly from his kneeling position. He shakes out his legs, stiff from long hours spent among his hives, and then turns his gaze back to the bees. With another slow, deliberate nod, he turns away. He lays the metal dish and the brass ladle gently on the grass, the metal making barely a whisper as it touches the soft blades. His movements are always so careful, so mindful. And then, taking a deep breath of the sweet, heady air, he walks back towards the cool, quiet shed. His sandals trace the same soft path in the gravel, making barely a sound. The old wooden door creaks open again, a familiar, comforting sound, and he disappears into the shadows within. And you listen to the faint, mysterious sounds from inside, a soft scraping, a rustling of dry things. A minute passes, filled only with the chirping of crickets outside and the murmur of the bees in the apple tree. And then Brother Thomas reemerges, and in his arms he carries a new home for the bees. It is another straw skep, identical in shape to the others, but this one is fresh and new. The woven straw is a pale silvery gold, and it smells wonderfully of dry grass and warm sunshine. It is a perfect empty vessel, a promise of shelter and warmth. He carries it with the same care a person might carry a sleeping child, supporting its weight gently in his arms. And he doesn't take it directly to the tree. Instead, he sets it down in the center of a small, clear patch of grass, the straw making a soft, crisp sound as it settles. He kneels beside it, running a hand over the smooth, coiled surface of the dome. And then he begins the final, gentle ritual of preparation. From a small leather pouch at his belt, he removes a small, round wooden pot. Unscrewing the lid, he reveals a soft, pale yellow balm inside. He dips his fingers into it, and as he does, a new fragrance fills the air, mingling with the ever-present scent of clover and warm wax. It is the bright, clean, uplifting scent of lemon, but softer, sweeter, with an herbal green note beneath it. It is the scent of lemon balm or melissa, an herb long known to be beloved by bees. He has mixed it with soft beeswax from his own hives. And now he takes this fragrant, welcoming balm and begins to anoint the new hive. He reaches inside the hollow dome of the skep, and with slow, circular motions, he rubs the balm all along the inner walls of woven straw. And listen to the sound his hand makes, a soft, shushing, rhythmic rubbing. Shush, it is a profoundly gentle and hypnotic sound. The sound of care, the sound of a home being made ready. With every pass of his hand, he is laying down a message of welcome for the bees. He is sending their new home with fragrances they know and love, telling them in their own language, this is a good place, this is a safe place, this is for you. And just as he prepares this perfect, safe, and welcoming home for his bees, you can feel yourself preparing your own space for deep and restful sleep. Your bed, your pillow, this quiet moment, it is your own personal hive, your own sanctuary, and every slow, deep breath you take is like a gentle hand, smoothing away the rough edges of the day, leaving behind only a feeling of peace, comfort, and security. You are making your inner world a welcoming place for rest, a sweet-smelling garden for your dreams to blossom in. Shh, the gentle rubbing continues, a soft, repetitive lullaby of motion and sound. Brother Thomas is completely absorbed in his task, his focus absolute. He is pouring his care, his intention, his peaceful energy into this simple straw vessel, transforming it from an empty object into a true home. And when he is finished, he slowly withdraws his hand. He screws the lid back onto his little pot of balm and returns it to the pouch at his belt. The air is now thick with the beautiful layered scents of straw, beeswax, and sweet lemon balm. He lifts the newly anointed skep, and it now seems to be more than just a hive. It feels imbued with a sense of purpose and peace, and with infinite gentleness, he carries the prepared skep over to the apple tree. He kneels down on the grass directly beneath the branch where the great humming cluster of bees hangs like a giant living fruit. Carefully, he places the skep on the ground, propping one edge up slightly with a small, smooth stone he finds nearby. This creates an opening, an invitation. The new home is now ready. It is placed perfectly, scented beautifully dotted weights. And Brother Thomas does not try to shake the bees down or force them in. He simply retreats a few paces, sinking down to sit cross-legged on the soft grass. He folds his hands in his lap, his work done. Now, all that is left to do is wait, to trust, to allow the bees in their own time to discover the sweet-smelling sanctuary he has prepared for them. And in this moment of quiet, patient waiting, the entire garden seems to exhale. It is a time of pure potential, of peaceful anticipation. And you, resting in your own sanctuary, can share in this profound, patient calm, knowing that you too are perfectly prepared, waiting for the gentle arrival of deep, peaceful, and restorative sleep. The hush grows deeper, the light fades further, and the scent of lemon balm mingles with the earthy aroma of the garden. In this haven of quietude, you surrender to the stillness, allowing the peace of the twilight to wash over you. The bees in the apple tree become a gentle, soothing hum, a lullaby that invites your awareness to drift inward. Closing your eyes, you let go of the day's distractions, releasing them like dandelion seeds floating on the evening breeze. Your breath deepens, aligning with the rhythm of the natural world. You are rooted in the earth, grounded by the solid grass beneath you, and you are reaching up, connecting with the vast expanse of the darkening sky. In this sacred space between wakefulness and sleep, you find yourself enveloped by the tranquility of the garden, cradled by the loving presence of Brother Thomas and the wise ancient apple tree, and you know, with a certainty that defies explanation, that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Here we are now. Enter the bees, a massive cluster of 10,000 bees, more or less. So the question is, where do we send them now? Of course, we've got the skeps. We've got these two beautiful handcrafted skeps on stands ready to receive the bees. But let's not be hasty. We don't want to just plunk the bees down in either of these skeps, because when it comes to moving a swarm of this size, it's not just about finding a new fig tree or an old hollowed out oak. It's also about giving the bees a real choice, a free choice to accept the new home that we offer them. So Brother Thomas doesn't want to rush them. He doesn't want to force their hand. He wants to allow the bees to see the skep for themselves and to make their own decision. And this is the key to working with swarms of this size, working with bees in general, really, which is to give them the opportunity to make their own decisions. In nature, if there is a fig or an old oak tree available, that is going to be the bees' first choice. We want to honor that. So what Brother Thomas does is he offers the bees a chance to scout the location. He allows them to get to know it before committing to it. He gives them the time and space to evaluate their options. And how long does he give them? Oh, usually about 3 hours or so. Enough time for a few scouts to go back and forth. Enough time for the bees to have a good look around. But not too much time. He doesn't want to keep them waiting indefinitely. He's got a schedule to keep after all. So how does he keep track of the time? Well, he uses this ancient tool, the sundial. As the sun moves across the sky, the shadow moves along the lines, telling the story of the hours passing by. And right now, the clock is ticking. The sun is moving towards the horizon. There is no hurry, but there is a deadline. 3 hours. That's all the bees are getting. 3 hours to inspect the skep, to evaluate the site, to consider the possibility of this new home. And as you sit here watching, you're also keeping an eye on the sundial, aren't you? You're keeping track of the time, and you're noticing something interesting. The sundial shows that it's been nearly 3 hours since Brother Thomas placed the skep here, yet the bees are still on. The apple tree, they're still clustered together, still debating, still undecided. What are the bees thinking? What are they talking about? What are they considering? Are they worried about leaving their fig tree behind? They wondering about the skep and what it might be like on the inside? They talking about the best way to make the transition, to move from one home to the next? Whatever they are discussing, it is important to remember that these are individuals. Each of these 10,000 bees is a unique creature with its own thoughts and feelings and experiences. Yes, they work together as a colony, a single organism made up of many parts. But each one of them is also a separate, individual being. So when they talk, they must be talking about all sorts of things, stories, plans, worries, dreams. And even though their voices are lost to us, they're buzzing a mystery, their language indecipherable. We can still hear them if we listen closely. We can still hear them if we are willing to pay attention. And as you watch the bees, you begin to hear their voices. It is a language without words, but it speaks to you nonetheless. You see the hesitation in their clustering. You feel the weight of their decision. You sense the passage of time, and you know that they are talking, debating, deciding. So you sit with the bees. You sit with their uncertainty, their indecision, their hesitancy, and in sitting with them, you learn something valuable. You learn that it is okay to not know, to not have all the answers, to not be certain of the path forward. Sometimes all we can do is allow ourselves to wait, to be open to the possibilities, to listen to the whispers of the universe, to trust that we will find the right way forward in time. And then suddenly, just like that, the decision is made. The bees, as if guided by some invisible hand, launch themselves into the air and begin the slow, solemn procession to the new skep. One by one, they leave the old fig tree behind, their old home, their familiar fig tree, and they start the journey to their new home. It's not a chaotic rush. It's a calm, steady movement, like a tide ebbing and flowing. And as you watch, you realize something profound. It doesn't matter if the bees choose the skep on the left or the one on the right. Their decision is not a victory for one option or a defeat for the other. Both skeps are good. Both are worthy homes. The decision, whenever it happens, will be a good one. They choose the left skep, then the one on the right will be ready for the next swarm. If they choose the right skep, then the one on the left will wait patiently for its turn. The bee's decision is not a yes or no. It is not a binary outcome. It is a multitude of possibilities unfolding into existence. And as you stand there watching, you realize that this is the essence of being human. This capacity to recognize that life is not a series of mutually exclusive choices, but a vast web of interconnected possibilities. It is a lesson that the bees teach us every day if we are willing to listen. They show us how to live in harmony with the natural world, how to find our place in the web of life, how to make decisions that honor the needs of all involved, and how to embrace the unknown with courage and grace. So as the bees make their final preparations for their new home, you thank them for their wisdom. You thank them for their resilience, their strength, their patience, and most of all, for their unwavering commitment to the sacredness of life. You understand now that their decision is not just about choosing a new fig tree, it is about choosing life itself. And you know that whatever choice they make, life will go on, beautiful, bountiful, and forever interconnected. You watch as the bees finally depart the old fig tree, carrying with them the sweet scent of summer and the promise of honey to come. You know that wherever they land, they will make it their own. You know that they will thrive, that they will grow, that they will flourish. You know that they will continue to be a force for good in the world, bringing sweetness and light to all who encounter them. And you know, too, that their decision has made you a better person, that their journey has taught you valuable lessons about patience, about acceptance, about the interconnectedness of all things. And you know that their story will continue to inspire you long after the last bee has flown away. It is nearly time for our bees to leave the apple bough and settle into their new home. But first, we need to build them that home. Let us get started. Our friends from the Brothers Guild have already prepared the site. The clay base is firm, level, and ready. Now the straw skips can be lifted into place and set carefully down. We are making 2 homes today, one for our old, established colony and a second, smaller skip for any stragglers or those who may wish to split off and start their own hive in time. For now, though, it is just an empty shell, so let us get to work making it fit for its new inhabitants. A skep is more than just a dwelling. It is a vessel. It is a vessel of sweetness, of plant perfume and pollen breath. It is a vessel of purposeful industry, of dense language and diligent care. It is a vessel of royal jelly and honeycomb, of future generations taking wing. It is a vessel of living, breathing, golden light. Yes, there is a sacredness to the skep, and so it should be treated with respect and reverence. Each one of these skep baskets is unique. No two are exactly alike. They are handcrafted by human hands, guided by an ancient wisdom, and seasoned with years of experience. Each one is strong, enduring, weatherproof, and a good fit for its special charges. Most importantly, each one is charged with the power of good intent. It is made with the prayer that it will serve its charges well and protect them as they carry out their sacred craft of gathering sweet nectar and pollen, of distilling it into honey, of feeding the world, of pollinating the earth, and of enriching it with their wax and honeycomb. We take the lid off the skep and set it to one side. We want to make sure it is well fitted, balanced, and sturdy. The weight of the frames with their honeycomb foundations needs to be evenly distributed. The lid should fit snugly, keeping rain and wind at bay, but also allowing for ventilation when the sun is shining and the day is warm. We check the height of the chimney. It is high enough to allow for the bees to fly in and out without any risk of smoke entering the hive and disturbing them. It is wide enough for easy access and small enough to keep the heat and sounds of the outside world at bay. We inspect the interior of the skep, smoothing out any rough edges or burrs, and making sure that the bees can navigate easily throughout. The smooth walls encourage the bees to build their combs straight and true. A cozy entryway invites them in and signals the warmth and safety that awaits them. We add a little bit of melted beeswax to the bottom of the chimney. Beeswax seals the deal, as it were, binding our attention and good wishes to the skep itself. By adding a little bit of beeswax, we are sealing in our prayers for the bees, imbuing the skep with a little extra magic, if you will. Now we are ready to lift the frames into the skep. These frames are more than just wood. They are cradles for honeycomb. They are vessels for generations of bees to come. They are pathways for pollen and nectar to be brought in and stored for winter. They are places where the hive's energy is focused, where the buzz of industry and life itself is created. We slide the frames into the skep with care, making sure they are centered and secure. This hive will be filled with countless frames in time, each one laden with honeycomb and alive with purpose. First frame is going in now, along with some foundation sheets. Each sheet is hand cut to fit perfectly in the frame. They will guide the bees in creating their honeycomb, ensuring it is strong and sturdy. We add a few sheets of foundation, which the bees will use to create their comb. The comb is more than just wax. It is a ledger, a record of seasons past and future. It is a storage system efficiently holding the most precious of substances, the liquid gold of sunshine and plant perfume distilled to perfection by the bees. It is a nursery where future generations are fed and raised to take their place in the hive. As the comb is built, it becomes the scaffolding for the dance language, where intricate movements tell stories of faraway blooms and bountiful bounty. The comb is where the pollen is stored, gathered by the pollen baskets of the foragers, carried back to the hive and deposited here. And it is from the comb that the honey is made, dripping drop by precious drop into the hands of patient, careful extractors. With each sheet of foundation we add, we are adding a page to the story of the hive. It is a story written in wax and gold, in pollen and petal breath. It is a story that began on the apple boughs and will continue here. First frame is secured. It will follow soon, along with more foundation sheets and more possibilities for life and light. We add the second frame, then the third, then the fourth, and the hive begins to take shape. In time, there will be many more frames, forming a dense, living heart of activity and industry. The frames are secured, the foundation added, the hive is ready. Now it is up to the bees to fill it with life. We stand back and admire our handiwork. The skep is ready. It is a good fit, sturdy and sound. But it is missing something. It is missing its inhabitants. It is missing the bees. It is missing the hum of their industry, the fragrance of their bodies, the life they bring with them. The bees are coming soon. We can feel it in our bones. And in our hearts, we know they will make this skep their home, filling it with the golden breath of life. We take a step back and let the bees lead the way. Our work here is done. We leave the skep with a final glance, knowing that in time, it will be filled with the murmur and melody of life, with the vibrant, purposeful energy of a thriving colony. As we turn and walk away, we can almost hear the faint hum of returning wings, the gentle buzz of bees finding their way home. The garden is cloaked in the deep, soft fabric of twilight. The world has traded its sharp edges for gentle curves, its bright colors for a monochrome palette of silver and shadow. The air is cool on your skin, and it carries the clean, sweet scent of night. You are alone here, but not lonely. You are held in the deep peace of this protected space, a silent keeper of the garden's nightly secrets. Your attention is drawn to the one point of life and sound in the stillness, the new beehive. It sits in the deepening darkness, a small, domed silhouette, and from it emanates that steady, soothing hum, the sound of a world complete, of a community settled and secure. Listen to that hum. Let it be the only thing in your awareness. It is no longer just the sound of bees. It is the sound of deep contentment. It is the sound of safety. It is the slow, rhythmic breathing of the garden itself, exhaling the day, inhaling the peace of the night. Feel that sound not just with your ears, but with your whole body. Imagine the gentle vibration of it traveling through the cool grass, up through the ground beneath you, and into you. It is a current of profound calm. Let this gentle vibration resonate within you, finding any last vestiges of tension, any lingering thoughts, and gently loosening them, allowing them to dissolve into the quiet earth. It is a deep and ancient lullaby, the lullaby of the hive, the lullaby of the earth, the lullaby of the night. It is singing you to sleep. The details of the garden begin to soften now, fading gently into the periphery of your mind. The apple tree becomes a soft shape against a starry sky. The stone wall dissolves into a gentle boundary of peace. The story has been told. Its purpose is complete. It has brought you to this place of perfect stillness, and now it is time to drift. Let the hum of the hive be the current that carries you. You are floating now, weightless and free, on a gentle river of sound. This river flows through the quiet, starlit garden and out into a vast, peaceful emptiness. There is nothing to hold onto and no need to. Current is gentle, and it is carrying you exactly where you need to go, towards the deep, quiet ocean of sleep. Every breath you take helps you to drift along this peaceful river. Breathing in, you feel a sense of lightness, of buoyancy. Breathing out, you release, you let go. You surrender to the gentle, steady flow. Deeper and deeper into the quiet, further and further from the shore of the waking world. You are entering your own quiet hive of rest now. The world outside, like the garden at night, is distant and unimportant. Your focus is turning inward to a place of warmth and darkness and absolute security. This darkness is not empty or cold. It is the warm, comforting darkness of the hive filled with the scent of sweet peace. It is the darkness behind your closed eyes, a soft velvet curtain that signals the time for rest. Allow yourself to sink into this comforting darkness. Imagine it is a bed of the softest moss, cooler and more refreshing than any linen. Imagine it is a pool of warm, still water, the temperature of your own skin, supporting you effortlessly. You can simply float here, feeling completely held, completely secure. The gentle hum continues, but it is quieter now, more distant. It has become the rhythm of your own slow heartbeat, the soft sound of your own peaceful breath. You are the hive now. You are the source of the peace. You are the home you have been seeking. Let your thoughts become like the scout bees, returning one by one from their explorations of the day. As they return, let them settle. Let them become quiet. There's no more news to share. No more dancing to be done. The consensus has been reached. It's time for rest. Feel a wave of gentle heaviness begin at the very tips of your toes, a pleasant, soothing weight, as if you are being tucked in by a soft, warm blanket made of stillness itself. This gentle heaviness flows slowly up into your feet, your ankles and your calves. Your legs feel so heavy, so deeply relaxed, sinking softly into the surface beneath you. This wave of heaviness continues to flow upwards into your knees and your thighs, bringing with it a profound sense of release. All the standing, all the walking, all the carrying of your body through the day is done. Your legs are now completely at rest, heavy and warm and peaceful. The wave of soothing weight flows into your hips, your stomach, and your chest. Your breathing is slow and regular. Your heartbeat is calm and steady. The very core of you is filled with a deep, abiding quiet. The wave continues, flowing down your arms, into your hands and your fingers. Any need to hold on, to grasp, to do, simply melts away. Your hands are open and soft, resting peacefully. Finally, this gentle, heavy peacefulness flows up into your shoulders, your neck, and your head. Your jaw is soft, your forehead is smooth, your mind is quiet, serene, and clear. A vast, peaceful space. Like the night sky above the sleeping garden, you are so very calm, so very heavy, so very peaceful. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go. You have arrived. You are home. Here in this quiet space, this safe harbor, you can finally let go completely and allow the gentle tide of sleep to carry you away. Did you notice how your body began to relax from the tips of your toes? Feel that heaviness flowing up into your legs, up into your core, up into your arms and your hands, and finally up into your head, relaxing your jaw, your forehead, your eyes, your whole nervous system. Notice how you were guided to a place of stillness and peace by the gentle hum of the bees. In the hive, that same stillness and peace is always within you. With practice, you can learn to access that peaceful state whenever you choose, allowing yourself to rest deeply even in the midst of a busy day. As the final note fades away, you find yourself enveloped in a profound, deep peace. So enveloping it feels like a warm, loving hand resting gently on your chest, guiding your heart into a slower, steadier rhythm. The quiet that follows is not empty. It is brimming with a subtle energy vibrating at the same frequency as the universe itself. It's a vast, unending silence, yet it resonates with life, with potential, with an exquisite aliveness. Surrender to this sacred space within amplifies your connection to the rhythms of nature. The heartbeat of the earth now echoes within you, harmonizing with the gentle pulse of your being. As you dwell in this timeless expanse, the boundaries of time seem to melt away. Past, present, and future dissolve into the eternal now, where moments stretch and eternity dances at your fingertips. In this realm of infinite possibility, you exist beyond the confines of linear time, where each breath is a celebration of existence, each heartbeat a testament to the boundless energy that flows through your veins. Your body, once tense and strained, now relaxes into the velvety embrace of ease. Muscles release their grip, melting into a state of luxurious softness. Tension dissipates, replaced by a profound sense of physical freedom, allowing your body to sink into the depths of relaxation. You are cocooned off from the external world, shielded by an invisible force that protects and preserves this sanctuary of tranquility. Here, distractions fade into oblivion, allowing you to fully immerse yourself in the richness of this inner landscape, inviting you to venture further into this tranquil expanse. You recognize the presence of unseen companions. Delicate, iridescent bubbles dance around you, each one reflecting the vibrant spectrum of your emotions. These ethereal beings born from the depths of your soul symbolize the purity and lightness of spirit that reside within you. They beckon you to join them in their ethereal realm, promising a journey filled with wonder and enlightenment. Gently, these spectral visitors lead you through mazy paths that wind through gardens of pure light and shadow. Each twist and turn reveals a new facet of your inner world, inviting you to explore the hidden landscapes that lie dormant within. You navigate this labyrinth of light and shade with grace and ease, feeling a deep sense of familiarity guide your steps. Path unfolds naturally, revealing its secrets only when you are ready to receive them. As you traverse this mystical terrain, you encounter luminous celestial beings who emanate unconditional love and acceptance. Their presence dissolves any lingering doubts or fears, replacing them with unwavering faith in your journey. These divine guides offer solace and support, assuring you that you are never alone. With their ethereal glow illuminating your path, you move forward with newfound courage and determination. Each step into the unknown leads to a deeper understanding of your true self, revealing the limitless potential that has always been yours to access. The boundaries of your perception expand, allowing you to see beyond the limitations of the physical world. In this extraordinary realm, you discover that you are not separate from the universe, but rather an integral part of its grand tapestry. You realize that the challenges you have faced were never obstacles, but opportunities for growth and transformation. Every setback was a stepping stone, every struggle a catalyst for your evolution. With this newfound clarity, you forgive yourself for any perceived shortcomings, recognizing that they were simply illusions that obscured your true nature. This profound realization washes over you like a tidal wave, breaking down the barriers that separated you from your higher purpose. You remember who you truly are, a co-creator of your reality, capable of shaping your destiny with the power of your thoughts and intentions. The shackles of fear and doubt fall away, replaced by an unshakable belief in your abilities. As you continue your journey through the labyrinth, you encounter remnants of your past that have been holding you back, limiting beliefs, unresolved conflicts, and buried emotions. These remnants, though seemingly burdensome, become opportunities for healing and empowerment. With each step, you integrate these fragmented parts of yourself, transforming pain into wisdom, fear into courage, and doubt into faith. The path becomes clearer with every integration, leading you deeper into the heart of your being, where the source of your true power resides. At the core of this transformative experience lies the revelation that you are not merely a traveler in this labyrinth, but the labyrinth itself. You are the maze, the seeker, and the destination. In this state of unity consciousness, you understand that you are not separate from others, but interconnected with all of humanity and indeed the entire universe. You recognize that we are all one, that our actions ripple through the tapestry of existence, affecting not only ourselves, but also the countless lives that intersect with our own. With this profound awareness comes a deep sense of responsibility. You feel the weight of your potential to create not just for yourself, but for the collective good of all beings. You realize that your choices have the power to heal or harm, to enlighten or deceive, to inspire or discourage. This understanding imbues your journey with a greater purpose, a calling to be a beacon of light in the darkness, a catalyst for positive change in a world that desperately needs it. Now deeply rooted in the soil of this newfound truth, you stand ready to face whatever challenges may lie ahead. Fear no longer holds sway over you, for in this enlightened state, you know the fear is nothing but a distorted reflection of your own power. Doubt no longer clouds your vision, for you have seen the light of your true self shining brightly within. As you emerge from the depths of this transformative labyrinth, you carry with you the radiant wisdom of the ancients. You have tapped into the collective knowledge that has always been accessible to those who seek it. This ancient wisdom serves as a compass guiding your steps, a source of strength in times of adversity, and a wellspring of inspiration in moments of creativity. No longer bound by the limitations of the past, you step forward into a future brimming with infinite possibilities. You are no longer the same person who entered the labyrinth. You are transformed, reborn into the fullness of your being. Your eyes, once clouded by confusion, now sparkle with the clarity of insight. Your heart, once heavy with burdens, now soars with the lightness of forgiveness. Your spirit, once fragmented, now rejoices in the wholeness of your resurrected soul. As you continue your journey in this newfound state of being, you understand that this is not the end, but rather the beginning of a limitless adventure. path ahead stretches before you, inviting you to explore the uncharted territories of your potential, with the wisdom of the ancients flowing through your veins, and the love of the universe surrounding you. You are ready to embrace whatever challenges or opportunities may arise. You are equipped with the tools to navigate the complexities of life with grace and resilience. You are ready to be the architect of your own destiny, creating a future that reflects the beauty and wisdom you have discovered within yourself.